Shalom, Akim. Shalom. First and foremost, turn his face to east, give him the honor and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Harakakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, rule and teach well, peace and blessings to the open faithful elect, across the four corners, living and preaching the truth to the best of their ability. Shalom. Right. As you know, we in a time of prophecy, man, a lot of shit's going down. All right, but you see a lot of delays being made. You see a lot of mandates not coming through, but don't get discouraged sometimes, man. Right, because in these times, our salvation actually near than we believe. So you just got to stand on your watch. Right, you got to continue to pay attention to what's going on, because any day shit can pop off.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I should answer when I am reproved.
Right, 144,000 is going to be those men that were set upon that tower to watch, man. This is your job, your reasonable service. Right, this is the whole reason you were created, man. You were predestined to do this, man. Just like the so-called white man was predestined for destruction. All right, we are predestined to be prophets. Right, read
verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the table, that he may run it that read it.
Right, and what is making it plain upon the table? What we call breakdown. Man. We make it simple. Right, we make Daniel's 11 simple. We make 2nd Ezra's 11 simple. The man of sin being revealed. Right,
the Quran.
We bring all these things into reality to where it's not so much this deep thing, parable anymore. It's reality, man. It's reality. You can see it.
Right, bro. That's it. Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right, what's that vision talking about? Jacob's trouble, the kingdom, all the prophecies that haven't taken place yet, they're just for an appointed time, man. There's gonna be an appointed time for the so-called white man to go into slavery, an appointed time for America to get hit with the thermonuclear missiles, an appointed time for the paragma to come in full play, but we gotta wait for these things. You gotta watch them.
Everything is going as scheduled.
It's not sloppy all over the place, you know. It's like,
God says the Lord's word shall. Matter of fact, I'm gonna beg you. Go ahead. I'm gonna beg y'all.
The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
Right, and it's speaking right now because it's actually happening. Right, this ain't no just these prophecies. It's just crazy words mumbled up in the Bible. This deep. It's actual dragon. Religion.
It's nothing religious about this book. Nothing at all, man. It's like y'all take something that's directed. It's just like a nation. Any nation has a people. Any nation has a hierarchy, has a government body, right? Which produces laws that nation has to live by, right? And if you break those laws with any nation, it's consequences and repercussions behind it. Okay, if you break one of the American laws, what happens? You go to jail, you get fined, you do this, you do that. So why would it come to the 613 law, statutes, commandments of the nation of Israel? Why does it have to be religious? This is a nationality at the end of the day, man. Okay?
Yep. And it says, and not lie.
They aren't lying, man, because it happened. Right? It actually happened. We ain't talking about no what if. Right? This could possibly, we see it though. Right? In Sweden, they corrupting it up in Sweden, man. Right? Everybody, you see the martial law in Australia, that shit ain't even in the news no more. So you know they catch the hell.
It was happening over here in this Ghana with the concentration camp too. It's even happening over here, like up there in Wisconsin. They were actually wearing shirts that says, I don't even want to say that. All right, I have the Quran. Okay, that's what they were saying. All right, getting those tattoos upon their body, man. That's the cut that what scripture says the Qarats. That's that needle that goes inside of the skin to make it known. All right. So it says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
It's not gonna tarry. The Lord's word ain't gonna return unto him void, man. Everything he said is gonna happen. It's gonna happen in that order that he said. You get yours, though.
All right. Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
Right, it's not going to return empty. These ain't just empty words the Lord speaking. Everything the Lord say got to come to pass. Right, because his name is on it ultimately. All right, so he's not a man that he can lie. Right, everything he says happens. All right, and we just seeing it now. Now we just sitting back and watching it unravel. All right.
But it shall accomplish that which I please.
It's going to accomplish that which he please. As in it's going to take place when it's designated to take place. All right, to everything there's a season, a time, a place under time under heaven, a time to sow, a time to be plucked up. And we living in the time of America getting plucked up. The so-called white man is about to get plucked up out of rulership. America about to get plucked up, and that new seed about to be planted. Huh?
And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Right, what does prosper mean? It's gonna do good. It's gonna
Be successful.
Extremely
It's
successful.
gonna go as planned.
All right. Habakkuk 2 and verse 4 it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Whose soul is that talking about? The so-called white man, the elites of this society, trickling down all the way to your average, everyday Christian Edomite. Huh? Right? His soul is not upright in him, but the just are gonna have to live by faith. Why are we gonna have to live by faith? Because we're about to be put in troublous situations. Right? We're about to enter into Jacob's trouble. You're gonna have to go off of faith. That's gonna be your only help. Right?
Verse 5. Ye also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man.
Right? He transgressed by wine, by the truth. Things he teaches, westernized philosophy, right? Feminism. I got these women. They got this whole fucking abortion rally thing going on right now. Here it is. You start protesting against abortion, but you made abortion, man. What about Margaret Thatcher? All right, well, like, and now you got through that wine. All right, you got Eve. You already know how Eve coming. Billions of abortions day after day. Man.
Right.
It does matter.
Hey,
I got a precept on something you just said. All right, this Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you, what's it like? Deuteronomy 28:56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
We know that's the curses that the Lord put on us for transgression. But how did he actually enforce those curses? He used Esau, even the so-called white man, to do it, right? To spread that philosophy, to put that.
Verse 57. And toward her young, one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. And guess what? It's because of you so-called white people. All right, you're the ones that distressed us in our gates. Like the brother said, you're the reason why the so-called black woman is having fucking abortions after fucking abortions, man. We wasn't killing our babies before you crackers put us in slavery, man. All right, you so-called white people started that shit. Matter of fact, you used to cut our babies out of our woman's stomach and use it for fucking alligator bait, man. Why y'all not protesting about that?
Right? It's Ezekiel 16 and 20. Right? It says, moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters. Right? Let's compare this to right now. And it says, whom thou hast born unto me, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured. Right? And in the modern days, right, our people are sacrificing their children to Esau through teaching them this all this bullshit, talking about school, putting them through the school system, not teaching them who they are, man. Right? It says, is this of thy whoredoms a small matter, that thou hast slain my children and delivered them to pass through the fire for them, right? And you know, ancient times they were actually sacrificing their children through the fire, but that's the same shit as this abortion shit, man. That's really what you're doing. You're sacrificing your child to Molech, Baal, right?
They're not even doing that. They sacrifice them to Esau.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta put them there, man. These niggas don't know who the fuck Baal and all that shit. You worshiping the so-called white. Go ahead, huh?
All right. Habakkuk 2 in verse 5, it says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
Right? That's why the philosophy of the so-called white man go across the whole world, man. Right?
No, I was gonna say that's why this sticking on with today, right now, today. That's why you motherfuckers out here protesting. Read that again, now.
Con, elder. The book of Habakkuk. Go to this thing. Habakkuk chapter 2. All right. In verse 5, the latter part it says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire
Right,
as
and
hell.
you don't keep it home. Where you at? You in America. America is not home for you so-called white people. You rape, robbed, and murdered your way here. Okay? This is not your home. You burglarized this place. You're a fucking criminal. That's what you are. It's just 500 years later. But you're still a fucking criminal, man. Okay? Read.
It says, his desire as hell, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death.
And guess what? They got a protest going on right now. In your own kingdom, your own people is protesting for people killing babies and shit. Okay? Only death does that, right? Why would you why would you got laws to protect animals, but you don't have laws to protect a living being, man? I don't get that.
Nah.
You're gonna do more time. You'll do more time harming an animal than a woman killing an innocent fucking child that's in her stomach, man. You know? Go ahead.
God. And it says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations.
That's right.
And heapeth upon to him all people.
There you go, man. And now you think that everybody's okay. You think that because you got a cluster of black people out there holding up abortion signs, stop abortion signs with you, you think that you're overcoming, you bridging the gap. But guess what? The Most High don't give a shit about this. Scripture says it's nothing you Edomites can do, man, to turn back your judgment. What's that one in what it says? What's the one I think it's in Zephaniah when they say for one or two transgressions. Okay. The Lord shall still not you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly.
When he getting on Esau heads, man. You know, and then it goes into, you know, basically how the fuck you slaughter the Israelites, man. Okay? You have to pay for it.
I got it right here.
The Lord ain't concerned. The Lord ain't concerned about no babies, man. Okay? All right? He's not concerned about what you people are protesting about. Because in the Bible, the Lord is gonna kill babies, children, women, old and young. The Lord don't give a fuck about that. All the Lord care about is the children of Israel who are seeking his law, statutes, and commandments. All right? And what's the word? Properly, right? Dividing the word, man. Go ahead. Calling on the right name. You gotta put that out there too. Go ahead.
Amos 1:11.
Yeah, Amos.
Yeah. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity.
So there's nothing you Edomites can do. Okay, you can protest, stop the violence, stop the abortion. You can do all that shit you want to. Increase the peace, you know. Okay, that does not account for Isaiah 14:21, man. That would not get that one for me. Isaiah 14:21. What you holding on?
I got that I had Amos. I got the apple. Oh, that was the song.
Yeah, that's straight on the point. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for your children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Yeah. So that's what the time the Lord is on, man. Okay? That's written. When a brother opened up, he was talking about how the Lord is going to make sure all of his word come back. Every prophecy is going to come to pass, right? Every promise the Lord make, he's going to keep that. This is a promise. This is already right here. So you think what you people are out here doing is going to change the Lord's mind? I don't think so. Go ahead.
They do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with sins.
Right. So the Lord's going to put you down white out of commission. Okay. He's about to strip your ass of your power. Okay. He's about to strip you of all your militaries. And we're about to put you to work. Okay? You're about to become slaves.
Continue on the floor.
Okay?
Amos 1:11 from the middle of what the letter is. And it says, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Right? So there ain't never gonna be a time of peace, man. It's prophecy. No matter, no hand join the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. Right? Right? It says, but I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra. Right? And that fire coming first through the spirit of the Lord's mouth, but that's about to be literal when the Lord blows this bitch up. Okay. Got one right here too. It's Job 20 and 10. Right? It says exactly Job 20 and 9. It says the eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Speaking of the so-called white man, neither shall his place any more behold him. As he's gonna be taken out of rulership, he's gonna lose everything. Right? And his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. All right, you seeking to please the poor right now. Are you trying to go back on what you did? You don't just all them billions of babies you done got slaughtered, and you just we apologize.
And they gonna go home and sleep good tonight.
Yeah.
Edomites gonna sleep with a clean country.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean when they was hanging you niggas, man, they were taking pictures of with a slave body hanging, or with the alligator baby hanging on the fucking rope.
Bottom of that Christian
Man, put him on postage stamps. Edomites what they found to take posting up out of there. Nigga body just dangling and shit. Little bitty kids burnt up. Like, you know, they had millions of Emmett Tills, man.
Yep.
All right. Emmett Till just happened when you had the TV. You know, he had that technology out where they was able to catch that shit, catch it in footage and stuff like that. But prior to them having like TV, man, these white people been slaughtering you so-called Negroes, man. Emmett Till is one of millions, man. And they're still doing it. Edomites still fucking you niggas up, man. All right? And sleeping good at night.
Hey, they no longer shooting you down in the streets, but in certain parts of the country, they're actually hanging you niggas from these trees. Women too. I just seen some shit last night. I looked into my phone. I seen a woman over there in I think it was in North Carolina was found hanging from a tree several months ago. Okay.
I read some shit. A Jake had went into the woods on some camping trip with a bunch of Edomites, and his ass ain't come back, and they found out he was lynched. Like, what the fuck you think happened? You think we went out and committed suicide in the woods? You know what happened?
Yeah. Hey, like the dude, last name was Bird. He came from work. I think it was over there in Houston, Texas. He came from work with his Edomites, with his Edomite friends, whatever, everything like that. Had a few drinks. The next fucking day, man, or the next hour, he was found scar drags from a fucking truck, tied up to a truck.
Tied up to a truck, man. Yeah.
Brutal, yeah.
They still dragging niggas up in Mississippi and Alabama and shit, still chaining them up. And North Louisiana too. Still chaining niggas up and dragging motherfuckers and shit like that. They motherfucker going Jake think he going fishing, going back there in the bushes and seeing niggas still hanging, man. They had a nigga hanging in what was that, in Georgia? Nigga had hung his ass at a stadium or some shit. Yeah. It was either in Alabama or Georgia or somewhere like that.
I see one in Alabama.
It might have been Mississippi or it was one of the southern states, man. Well, they hung Jake at a fucking it was like a football stadium or some shit like that. Might have been a baseball stadium or whatever it may be.
God. All right. In Proverbs chapter 28, verse 27 and 28, it says, "He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his eyes shall have many a curse." That goes into you fucking prophets, man. Okay? Most High set you up, all right, upon that curse to take us down, man. All right? And we're serving that captivity. Hardcore captivity at that, man. All right?
That ain't no water.
Oh, come on, bro. I know what the
I need some. Actually, water.
Oh my God. All right. Proverbs 28, it says, "When the wicked rise, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase." Okay, so that's the paradigm shift that's happening right now, man. The wicked is going down, and the Most High is setting his men up. We increasing. As Babylon the Great decreases, the elect men, the hopefully elect, I brought this out, we're increasing. We're increasing. Go ahead.
As I said, 29th chapter said that the joy of the meek shall increase. Like, we see shit going down. I mean, you really just ain't paying attention. If you all depressed, you moping, you in that war and meat spread, you ain't paying attention to what's going on. Like, we almost on this bitch. Well, why would you be lacking confidence in this situation? Your confidence.
Well, we in that war as me spirit, but inwardly, not outwardly. Nah.
Open around.
Shit, we catching hell. Don't get it twisted. We get our ass beat on
Yeah,
too.
take it
You
out.
hear me? But
Take it
the
out.
scripture says, though we are weak, we are, for your sake we're strong.
Strong, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Big,
So you,
strong.
no matter what, like the backing the brother up, no matter what you're going through at home and shit like that, when you on the battlefield, you leave that shit where it's at. If anything, let it motivate you. Let it be fuel to your fire. If anything, you know.
All right. So, we.
Because I'm telling me and this brother talk about it all the time. Like we just be. You could tell brothers just going through it. And it's
you see it on Dick's face? You gotta say that.
I understand, bro. I understand.
He gonna hit that right there. Hit that right there.
It's like we don't even have to tell each other. Like, yeah, I understand, bro. I understand. Let's get one in, you heard me? Let's get a video with it. Go ahead.
You got a time to vent. But after the video is gone, and that's the type of video we got to get through too. After the video is gone, hell begins. Okay? Actually, hell never stops. But it's a chance to get it off right now, you know, through the spirit. That'll keep from going out there doing something carnal. All right? That's how America's going down like that.
That's the shit that's supposed to balance you out. It's you getting it out your system, man. It's all the shit you can't say while you're on the job, all the shit you can't say while you're in your own house. All right? That's just gonna cause strife. Is it right here?
Yeah, right. Real quick, backing you up. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10 says, finally, my brethren, who are the brethren? Hope for the elect. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. So we have to fight, man. You got to continue to fight day to day. As we put up these videos daily, man, brothers are going through it.
That's why we out here. Go ahead. I know what you about to do. Go ahead. That's the reason why.
That's the fucking reason why we going through it right here, man.
That motherfucker right there, man.
All right. And that's the city court, district court, all right, that holds all the records of all our shit that we done been through, man. That got us under subjection right now, man. This place right here, this high tower right here, man. Okay? And we'll probably stand right in front of it, and the Lord bring this fucking place down, man.
That's what they accuse us before the Lord day and night. That's what they accuse our brother.
That's it.
Day and night before the Lord, man. Right behind.
God. Got it.
2 Timothy 2 and 3. 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Therefore, endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. No man that warreth entangles himself with the affairs of this life. Right? Like I said, all that shit, that baggage that you got on you, you drop that off so you can focus on the fight, man. Right? It says that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Right? Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You're gonna have to go through it, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, we just more that.
Right? It says, and if a man strive for mastery, right, and we know the elect are striving for those masteries. It says, yet is he not crowned elect, except he strive lawfully. Right? And then we gotta follow that straight and narrow path. Right? That's the only path to the victory right there, man. Is the one that's been given to us. Right? And it says the husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruit. Consider what I say, and the Lord will give thee understanding in all things. Right? And Yahushua got his reward first, and it's in that order. Right? When talk about second Ezra, that narrow path leading to the kingdom, it say you got to go one at a time. As this man getting sealed, he getting sealed. You got to walk through his tribulation, but they all making it nonetheless.
Different lots, you know. Not fair for everybody to go through the same thing. You go through different things. So elder come to us and tell us what the shit that he's going through. We go through.
And we all doing, we all doing the same shit. How can we help each other coming from different perspectives? If we all just the exact, you know what I'm saying? Like different brothers come from different walks of life to bring and add to the body parts that the body is missing. We don't need a bunch of white legs. You gonna be an ugly motherfucker with a body with 2 white legs on that mother. That's gonna look nasty, man. You're not gonna be able to function like that. You know, the right leg gotta know I can't do everything. I cannot carry this entire body. Left leg, you gotta do your job. Left leg gotta same thing with the arm, same thing with the body. Your house shot ahead. We the body. Okay? So we gotta be in tune with the head, man. Okay? So I wanna beg y'all brothers up. This is the book of Okay, here we go. Psalms 119 and 50. It says, "This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word have quickened me."
There's our comfort right there, man. This is that little sanctuary spoken of. When you're around the brothers, that's the only sense of peace you're gonna get when you're doing the work, basically. Everything else just catching hell, demons fucking with you, shit fucking with you in your sleep, people fucking with you at your job. It don't stop. Right? But the Lord has purposely did that to make you value this even more.
Yeah. Value the brotherhood more. Now you cherish the brotherhood even more. To put you through shit so you can vent to each other, and that makes you brothers closer and closer.
But,
Okay,
but the point of just keeping it like stricter on it. This is how we comfort each other through the hell that we're catching. This is how you make sense of the hell that you're catching. Right? The scripture says, comfort ye one another with these words. Then when you go into the New Testament, it calls the Bible the comforter. Okay? Why do we need to be comforted? Because we catching holy hell. The 12 tribes of Israel have been in slavery up under the so-called white man since the Renaissance period. That's why we need to be comforted, man. We want to be delivered from underneath the so-called white man. What's religious about that? What's extra deep about that? Think we going too far this way? Keep it. What the fuck going on? Keep it relevant. Go ahead, huh? I said you finna get one.
Yeah.
Well, let me.
I got some feet on that.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Don't tell me what you got, Elder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The next verse, Psalms 119 and 51. And it says, the last verse 19, it says, "For thy word have quickened me." And when you're down, right, it bring you back up. It gives you it gives you it gives you, what's the word, purpose, man, purpose. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have a bigger purpose than being the slaves of these so-called white people, man. Right? You are the lords of this earth, man. They came and stole your fucking land, your gold, your natural resources. You know? And they do it, they don't do it like men, man. They do it like snakes, like devils. They play the divide and conquer game because they know they couldn't beat us head up. So you had to turn this tribe against that tribe. The British had to get this side, the Spaniards got this side, the Portuguese got this side. You know, the Germans got that part. And you turned us against each other, right? Weaken us up, and then you fucking enslaved us, man. Right. The Zulus was beating the British, was whooping the British ass, man. You fucking British could not deal with the Zulus. So what they did was they tried to use religion. Going to other tribes like the Xhosa, different neighboring tribes around the Zulus, and started to give them like guns and different shit back from Europe. And these people, you know, in Southern Africa, to them, man, it's all kind of good, man. It's good. So you telling me we can take over that tribe and we'll be the most powerful tribe in this area? That's how you damn devils gain the world, man. Through deception. Okay? King David took this motherfucker, okay? King David ain't have to deceive nobody, man. King David took the nation, put them under his foot. Okay, go ahead with your point, though, bro.
God, I had one and all. I had that one and all.
I'm gonna finish this verse. All right, verse 51, because I just wanted to go into how this word quickens us, man. Okay, it gives us purpose. It gives us a sense of direction, man. That's why that's why the children of Israel, spiritually speaking, have been roaming around in the wilderness for 40 fucking years, man. Okay, and symbolically speaking, you roaming around in the great land of confusion right now because you lack direction. You lack knowledge. You lack understanding. Scriptures tell you, for my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You Negroes hate to fucking read, man. The majority of you Negroes, the majority of you Negroes reading on a fucking 4th grade level, man. Grown ass fucking men. Reading on a 4th grade level. Any of you Negroes, man, your main objective is to be Man, I need to figure out this fucking system that they got me living up under, man. I at least need to know what the fuck going on. At least have a sense of what the fuck is going on. You niggas just out. Don't even know what you living for.
No purpose.
You know? Go ahead, Dr. Doc.
Yeah, this just to back you up, Elder. This is the definition: purpose, an anticipated outcome that is intended or that guides your planned actions.
That's right. And guess what guides our plans and our actions? The word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Everything we do, everything we think, everything we say is based off the Holy Bible, man. Period. Period. We're out here based on the Holy Bible. This is not our own opinion, our own ambition. This is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's ambition. This is his glory. This is his dream. This is his vision. We just want to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're part of the winning side.
You know? We want to rule over our enemies, man. We want to take back what they stole from us, man. Straight up. Proud ass crackers, man. Just walk around this bitch like you at the zoo. You know them Edomites walk around the zoo. And then they get around black people, they grab their little kids. Sarah, come on, come on.
Like we're the fucking problem. When you the whole fucking problem, and you walk your crack ass around here like y'all are so proud. You see Edomites walking in.
You so-called white people are the most deadliest creatures on the planet, man. We should be fucking locking our doors when y'all come around.
Real, man.
You are the deadliest species on the fucking face of the earth, man. History proves it. The so-called white man has more blood on his hands than any other nation that has ever touched the face of the earth since the beginning of the world, man.
Right.
And if you got another candidate, we'll wait. We'll wait. Give me a candidate that comes close to the so-called white man. So, motherfucker, we should be nervous and calling 911 on you goddamn crackers, man. You the ones that killed the fucking world. Got nerves to be out here protesting. Y'all the motherfuckers that started abortion, man.
You are dead.
What about all them black slave babies y'all was killing? Why y'all not protesting about that? Well, we still suffering from that shit. All right? So we want justice. We want real justice. We want you to be enslaved.
I got it.
Okay? Go ahead, huh?
This Sirach, chapter 10, verse 7 and 8.
And naturally, y'all are slaves anyway, man. That's why the scripture says, what did David say? Why do I see
servants upon horses?
Servants upon horses. You know what I'm saying? And a king. Yeah, you know. So naturally, you so-called white people are made to serve, man. Okay? Physically, you're not at the top of the food chain. Biologically speaking, we're at the top of the food chain. Let's take all technology out of the way. All your little guns and all your poison. We're at the top of the food chain, biologically speaking. There's no other nation physically stronger than us. Hands down. Physically, biologically speaking, we're the dominant nation on this fucking planet, man. We come out of our mama's pussy. The strongest people on the planet. We don't have to go into these laboratories and this and all that type of shit like that. We just have that naturally, man. All right? You fucking crackers, y'all know that. That's why y'all watching so close. Because if them niggas figure it out, it's over with for us. That's why y'all watching so goddamn close, man. That's that guilt. That's that guilt knocking on your motherfucking door. You know you did wrong, white boy. And it's gonna come back and bite you in your ass. Believe that. Go ahead, bro.
It's It's Sirach chapter 10, verse 7 and 8. It says, pride is hateful before Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and man, and by both doeth one commit iniquity. Verse 8 is the point. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
Riches got by deceit. America was gained by deceit. All right? You lied to the Native Americans. All right? Then you lied to the fucking slaves. You just a fucking liar, man. You didn't hold up to none of your deals. Look at the Native Americans. They living on fucking reservations on their own land, on their own fucking soil. And then we gotta watch movies with you goddamn crackers running around with feathers on your head, acting like Indians, man. The Native Americans looked just with the same skin color range as us, man. From these brothers' complexion to our complexion, man. And they had some even darker than us. Certain tribes was fucking darker than us. When Columbus and them came, they was calling them Negroes and shit. You know? West African spears, West African ships was already over here. You hijacked our trade, our trade route. Okay? The transatlantic trade route was a trade route between the Americas, West Africa, and the Moorish Spain. They're part of Europe. But you also had the Roman Catholics, all that. It was during the Byzantine era up to the Middle Ages, before the Renaissance period came in, right? The Renaissance period ushered in what the so-called white man does. He hijacks every fucking thing from the Moors, right? He hijacked all of those routes, secret routes that we used to have. He hijacked all our diamond mines, all our gold mines. He slaughtered our kings. He slaughtered our wives. Forced us on slave ships. That's how your nasty ass got this, white boy. About to see, man. About to see. You had to kill untold millions of our people, man, just to have the privileges that your red asses have today, man. Okay, go ahead.
So Rock 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, and that goes to all your corruption, funding the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, injuries. Going back to what the elder was saying, hanging the Negro babies on fishing hooks, feed them to the alligator baby, killing them. All right, setting them on fire.
But psychologically,
that
injuring our people, you handicap our people by not telling them who they are. You're injuring our people by indoctrinating them with your bullshit, with programming them with your magic. You the fucking dope. We already know you all about causing pain and this and all that other shit like that. But you psychologically do it, man. Okay, that's where your subtlety comes in. Okay, give me Zechariah Sirach 12:10. Go ahead.
Last little bit. It says, "And riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another."
That's right. And guess what? The kingdom that you so-called white people possess is about to be translated to us. Straight up. Did not ancient Rome fall?
Yeah, another one came up. Yeah.
Right? When ancient Rome fell, the Negroes started ruling. But it wasn't the empire didn't fall, but Edomite control. The so-called white man lost control over Rome. And that's when Septimius Severus, which is a so-called Negro, was a Roman emperor, right? Sacked the western half,
yeah,
and they solidified it eventually, and they called it the Eastern Roman Empire. That was ran by you so-called Negroes, okay? By that time, you so-called white people was our servants, man, and they got the fucking pictures to prove it. They got pictures all in Russia from the medieval period where you got black Moors sitting down playing chess with white slaves serving them at tables.
Yep.
Going back to the 1300s, 1400s. They don't tell you this shit in school though. That's why this cracker hate you niggas so much, man. Yeah. Y'all don't know why he hates y'all so much. He know why he hates y'all so fucking much. Except for the trailer park trail, they just a bunch of ignorant ass crackers. They don't know no better. All right, but the lawmakers, they know exactly who you Negroes are. All right, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy.
Yeah, never.
For like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Right, and that's what the Native Americans are supposed to do. When Christopher Columbus came his red ass over here, that's what the Native Americans were supposed to do. All right? When y'all came y'all asses to West Africa and all of that, that's what the kingdom of Mali, the kingdom of Songhai, the kingdom of Ghana, the Nak Empire, the Igbo Empire, the kingdom of Benin. That's what they should have did to you fucking crackers, man. Go ahead.
Though he humble himself and go crouching.
And that's what you do. Right now, they was out here protesting about abortion. That's a sign of the so-called white man humbling himself and going crouching, as if he give a fuck. That's a deception mechanism. Okay, that's to deceive you. All right. They play hurt. They act like they give a fuck, man.
Yep.
But the whole time, like we always say, he is the same motherfucker that set the house on fire. It's the same one coming in the back door, like he's trying to save every fucking body.
What happened?
Yeah, you set the house on fire, and you coming through. Boom! You gonna make sure some niggas get burnt up though. Before you come to that back.
Put that light on that bitch. Yeah, he about to put the light on there.
Go ahead.
Freeze come out there.
Real big dog. Real dog.
Damn, bro. Jake smiling, bro. Jake smiling, bro. Man, go show the brothers on the camera, man. Man, Jake smiling, bro.
You see, I get it all the way in there. Damn son.
Nah, the blessed.
Oh, the blessed son. So like I mean, see that right there, Aki? Jake.
Go ahead, Dog.
Crack zone.
The latter part of Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, Salakia, 12 and 11. Yet take good heed and beware of him.
So take good heed and beware of the so-called white man. That's what you Native Americans, you West Africans were supposed to do. That's what you Moors were supposed to do.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass.
Meaning you're going to be able to see his bullshit for what it is. You see right through them blue eyes and that cursed ass blonde hair, man. You see this fucking snake for who he truly is. You see this tumor, this cancer on the earth for who it truly is, man.
And thou shalt
you so-called white people coming to Baton Rouge, you can drink out of the Mississippi River.
Yeah, bro. He try that shit right now.
You can drink out of the Mississippi River. You try to go drink out of that river right now.
Yeah.
You be lucky if you make it
it
past
by that
all.
motherfucker.
Before you crackers came to the continent of America, period, you could breathe clean air. We didn't have to eat genetically modified food.
Yeah.
And thou shalt know that its rust has not been altogether wiped away.
Because we see right through you fucking crackers, man. All right? And we're not scared to tell none of you devils to your fucking face, man, that you are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
You so-called white people are going into slavery according to the Bible.
Right. Oh.
You're gonna be the first runner-ups to be when the one you ignorant called Jesus Christ come back. You see his big black ass standing on top of that chariot. You white people gonna shit on yourself, man. You gonna shit on yourself because they gonna know it's over. Second Ezra, the 13th chapter tell us how y'all gonna react. The Lord gonna make it when you got to fight. Y'all gonna be scared as fuck when you see that all them UFOs with all them angels. Angels. I'm talking about with the fringes on. Big old long beard, looking like the high souls. Looking like the return of the Hicks. Go ahead, huh?
Hey, with the hair with it.
Not with the dread, but the high souls. That was us when we was in Egypt. When we conquered Egypt, man. But they call us hike souls. All right. So go ahead, bro.
So Revelations 11 and 17 saying
and I dare one of you motherfuckers to tell us the hike souls were not so-called black people. I dare you. We got the actual sculpts and statues of the fucking people, man. What white man is gonna make a sculpture of himself with a Negro face like this brother right here? Gonna put a nigga nose, nigga lips. What white man would do that? If anything, y'all hate the way our beaches look.
blow them fucking nose.
Y'all hate that third leg we got. Y'all hate all that. That's why you keep your woman from us.
That ain't working.
She wanted it. That won't make her want it even more.
So why would
Dumbass.
if they were so-called Caucasians, why did they depict themselves looking like us? Hello? And you damn devils go as far as it's so sad. You could get the original images on shit and see how they through iconoclasm, as they call it, how they whitewashed a lot of the shit, man. When you go and look at any of the images of the one you can call Jesus Christ from the medieval period on back, he's depicted as a so-called black man with an afro. From the Renaissance period on forward, he's depicted as a so-called white man. Okay? So the closer you get to the time he actually walked the earth, the blacker he gets, according to depictions throughout time. It's common sense at the end of the day, but that's what you Negroes don't do. You too busy trying to please the so-called white man. You trying to get a pat on the back from the so-called white man and 25, 50 cent raise, man.
Literally 20 cents.
What they call it? You want to tap dance? Y'all niggas want to tap dance with you fucking crackers, man. Fuck all that. Go ahead, brother.
This first Maccabees 3 and 48. There's what you're talking about. And it says, and laid open the book.
All right, get second of 60. 13.
I'm already there.
All right.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
And you heathen, what's the book of the law? The Holy Bible. The Bible speaks of the one you ignorant calls God, who is Yahweh. The one you ignorant calls Jesus Christ, who is Yahweh Shai. It speaks about the children of Israel, right? Also the prophets, which were of the children of Israel, right? And it talks about the Elohim, or what you call the angels, or the gods, right?
Yeah.
When you look at ancient texts, ancient depictions, they're all looking like us. So you're gonna go as far to tell me the people that were painting and carving these faces into the big old Negro face sitting on top of a fucking sphinx, man. Come on. What white man is gonna do that? What Arab is gonna do that? Arabs Arabs don't like you niggas either.
Oh, yes.
So you think let's say they were Arabs. Why would Arabs paint themselves liking it to a Negro? Arabs hate you niggas just like this cracker do. He's just not as bad as the cracker. But he's still our enemy, man, along with you Chinese and you fucking Japanese, man. All right? Go ahead, bro. It's just that the so-called white man, he's at the top of the list, man. You are our arch enemy, man. Okay? You're the arch enemy of the nation of Israel. All right? You so-called white people are descendants of Esau. You're Edomites. That's your biblical name. All right? You are the Edomites of the Bible. Period. You're nobody else. You're the Edomites of the Bible. Unless your father, got a Moorish grandparent from Italy or fucking Sicily.
Yeah, Sicily
from Sicily or Italy or somewhere. Other than that, no. Well, go ahead, bro. Yeah, because we ruled, we dominated Sicily and Italy. Matter of fact, before the so-called white man got Italy, you had the Latin and Etruscans. Etruscans, who depicted, and the Minoans, who depicted themselves as so-called black people. So you are not native to Europe. The native Europeans, if you're going to look at the Minoans, the Etruscans, the Latins, and all of, they all had pigmentation. Okay? Give me Job 30 and 4. I want to say 30 and 4. When they say he was driven forth from among men. All right? You so-called white people, according to the Bible and history, you were driven into the Caucasus Mountains. That is not where you originated from. Okay? When we got the scepter, when we came back into power, we drove your ass from amongst us, man. 35. That's how you got into Europe. And this is beginning with King David up into King Solomon's time, all the way forward, man. The King David, he hated you so-called white people. King David had a great slaughter on you Edomites. And why I be looking at them like, man, these so-called white people act like they love David, but David hated you white people.
Yeah, he really hated.
David slaughtered Edomites, man. King David despised you so-called white people. You know? Go ahead.
Job 35.
It's Job 30 and verse 5.
Oh, it's 5?
Yeah, it's 5.
Okay.
They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys, in caves of the earth.
In the caves of the earth. That's
And
why
in the
you call-
rocks.
hold on, that's why you call them cavemen. Or when you call the word Caucasian means cave dweller, come from what they call the Caucasus Mountains.
Russia, Georgia.
Yeah, like the brother said in the little Russia, Georgia area. That's where that Caucasian term come from, man. Okay? But guess what? You went and stole Europe from the actual Japhetic people. You're not Japhetic. The Etruscans, those are them Japhites. The Latins, the Minoans, it was like two more groups up there that was actually on the Italian peninsula before the actual Edomites. Just like they do everywhere else in the world, man. Just like you got America, that's how you got Europe. And you slaughtered those Etruscans and Minoans and the Latins and shit like that. You know? That's how you got Australia. That's how you got South Africa. That's how you got Canada. Wherever you dwell on the earth, you stole it from the original inhabitants, man. Name one place that you so-called white people are at today, thriving, and you originated there. We'll wait. We'll wait. You can't. Because according to the Bible, you're a fugitive in the earth. Genesis the 4th chapter. You get it? What does a fugitive do? He's always on the run. You know?
Hide his identity.
And you're not satisfied with blood because you've been rape, robbing, murdering the human race since you've been at being, right? And you're still not satisfied. Now you want to put your poison inside everybody, man.
Yeah,
make everybody think they sick and put your bullshit in them. Well, you can kiss my ass, Esau.
And then put that Quran mean I want
Hey.
full.
That's
the end.
Hey, you're gonna have to kill the Lord's elect out the gate. And that's prophesied.
Revelation 20 and 4.
That's prophesied. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 20 and 4.
Genesis 4 and 12. Without tillage the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
Unless you so-called white people, you're a fugitive and vagabond because you don't have a homeland. You stole Europe. Tell me I'm a lie. Tell me I'm lying. You stole that place, man. Okay. Go ahead.
The word fugitive. It says a person who has escaped from a place or is in hiding.
Or you're in hiding, man. That's how you and basically during this particular time, give me Revelation 20 real quick. Yeah, just want to stop this.
I was just looking at it. It's Revelation 21. It says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand.
Right, and that chain represents slavery. That's a great chain. So guess what? The transatlantic slave trade was revenge that you so-called white people was getting on what we had done to you. The only difference is we weren't evil like y'all was, man. Yes, true. We enslaved y'all. We subjugated you, subdued y'all and everything. Y'all was you was under these big nigga feet at one point in history. Right? And then you got the dominion. But when you got the dominion, all you seen was blood in your eyes. You know? You wanted to have sex with our little boys. We didn't do that. We didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Not having like that.
Yeah.
Esau go real. Sex with animals.
Cutting our women's stomachs open and using the babies as alligator bait. We didn't. We're not monsters and animals like you are. That's why the scripture call you the most
profane.
No. The most subtle of all the beasts of the field.
Yeah.
You so-called white people are the most subtle of all the beasts of the field, man. Period. Because you're just creatures. Creatures just means to be created. There's only one group of people that the Lord recognizes as his. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not an Israelite, you're basically nothing.
Yep. See, he said it. Like spirit.
The only reason the Lord put y'all on top of his people is because we broke the covenant that we made. And the Lord said that I will send you to a land where neither you or your fathers knew, right? And that you were going to be a slave in that land, so on and so forth, right? Well, we know that happened in Egypt, but now we're in spiritual Egypt, right? This is Egypt 2.0, mixed with ancient Rome 2.0, mixed with ancient Babylon 2.0.
Serious.
Combination of everything wicked.
America is the culmination of all those empires that enslaved our forefathers, man. From Egypt, Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome, to the colonial power. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 22, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent.
And that old dragon, that old serpent, is talking about you so-called white people. But that's you in a symbolic fashion. That's your empire. Okay? Your empire is symbolized as a red dragon. Why is it red? Because you're red. You're not white.
It's red.
You're red. Why? Because you lack pigmentation. You can see your blood through your skin. When you get mad, when you get nervous, you turn red.
That's why they call them rednecks.
They call you rednecks down south, especially you motherfuckers over there in Denham Springs, Livingston Parish. That's redneck
Real.
central.
Hillbilly, know that.
Real.
That's redneck central. Livingston Parish is redneck central. Motherfuckers even talk different over there. He hit that twang. I'm on there. It's a whole other world, man. Yeah. It's basically Mississippi, man. Livingston Parish is basically Mississippi. Go ahead.
God, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Yeah. So this happened, right, during what they call the Dark Ages. All right. When Rome fell, or as you know, as the Greco-Roman Empire fell, the Holy Roman Empire rose. Once it became holy, it was up under another dominion. The Greco-Roman Empire was up under the so-called white people. The Holy Roman Empire was up under us, beginning with Septimius Severus. And from Septimius Severus all the way down, those were so-called black emperors throughout the entire course of the Byzantine Empire, man. All right, all the way down when you get to Constantine, the capital was Constantinople, and all the way down to those so-called black people. The Council of Nicaea, so-called black people. We got the actual pictures.
I got it.
From them time of when they painted themselves. I'm not talking about no motherfucking movie that Hollywood produced back in 2008, man. I'm talking about the actual people who were part of the Council of Nicaea, who painted themselves as black people. So if the Council of Nicaea were white people, a group of white men, why would they paint themselves black? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know goddamn. I mean, if anything, they gonna whitewash the shit.
Yeah,
Shit, if you get a white man enough time, Michael Jordan will be white 100 years from now.
That's fucking.
LeBron James will be a white man 100 years from now. You let this damn devil, you let him twist the story like he wants to. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan will be a white and have Michael Jordan up there with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Like Larry Bird or some shit.
On the shoes and that God.
Iconoclast. Go ahead, bro.
That's it.
And it says, and cast him into the bottomless pit.
And the bottomless pit is Europe, man. Okay? Because that's where it took place at. Where was Rome at? It was centralized in Europe, but it encompassed the whole area around the Mediterranean Sea, from North Africa to Western Asia, to Asia Minor, all the way to Europe, man. All right? So that particular area, what you call Europe, is what the Bible is symbolically referring to as the bottomless pit. The serpent, right? If the white man is the serpent and he's in the bottomless pit, wherever the white man dwelled at, that would be considered a pit, right? Don't snakes live in pits?
Man, dig a little hole. Yeah.
The pit is a snake's habitation, man. So if the Bible is symbolically calling the white man a serpent, it's only natural that his habitation will be called a pit. Serpents dwell in pits. So this snake was thrown and cast into the bottomless pit. Read.
And shut him up and set a seal upon him.
So that means the Lord commissioned this from on high. How about Shem Yahweh? Go ahead.
21.
That
Which goes when we always bring out the Lord set the bounds into which men
You
cannot
cannot
pass.
pass.
Go ahead, bro.
that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
That's right. So the Lord kept your dominance and your lies from off of the earth for about 1,000 years span. You white people call it the dark age, but it was the golden ages for us. The dark ages to you white people was the golden ages to us. That's what they don't push out there. It was the golden age to us, man. The Mesoamerica flourished. West Africa flourished. North Africa flourished. The Sahara region was where we were mostly at. Flourished, man. You know, the world prospered during this particular time. We didn't have to go and look up and see the air quality of today. We didn't have to look up the ingredients. Man, let me make sure these motherfuckers ain't put no yellow 5, yellow 7. Oh, man, I don't want that. You know, you didn't have to do that shit back then, man. You know, this goddamn devil is he's so venomous to where it'll say beef on the pack. And then you go and look on the thing and it say cased in pork. So what's the point of putting pork on it if you casing it in it? I mean, what's the point of putting beef on it if you're gonna case it in pork? You know? So for 1,000 years, the earth went into a golden age, man. Okay? And that's why you see the Mayans, the Aztecs, you know, they flourished. Same time we were flourishing. And not only that, when we flourished in the African regions, but we was also flourishing in Europe, in the Eastern Roman Empire. That was a Middle Age empire, or a Dark Age empire. Okay?
Look, I read her face. See it on. Look, y'all.
And that's cool, but they were blacker than that.
You know they're talking about.
Esau got their bodies. Come on, man. Esau got their DNA. I bet that E1B1A.
Yeah, that's what they push out over there too.
Esau got his DNA and everything, man.
Yep.
I'm telling you, Esau got King
Got
David
the bone.
body.
Got the bone. Yeah.
They're not gonna release that information. They know King David looks just like us.
What they call archaeology.
You know, they're not gonna tell you niggas that. Them old rich motherfuckers gonna keep them shrined and encased.
Some got a trophy room.
Yeah, like some type of trophy room. Some of
Going
them.
up and drinking wine.
Yeah, you know.
It says, and after that, he must be loose a little season.
Yo, man. Hey. And it says, after that, you will be loose a little season. Well, we're in that little season right now. And that began in the Renaissance period. The word Renaissance means rebirth. Okay? And that's when you so-called white people start climbing back out of those caves. We read that in Job, what it was, Job 30 and 5. When we drove, once we got the dominion, we drove your ass into the Caucasus Mountains. Okay? Well, during this time, you crawling back up out the Caucasus Mountains. You know? You get and your number one superpower that y'all started with was the Ottoman Turks. Okay? That's an Edomite nation. But they are Muslim. They identify as an Islamic nation. But nevertheless, you Turks are Edomites. You basically white people with a little drop of Arab in you. But on your paternal side, it goes back to the so-called white man. Okay, you're basically when the Greeks up under the Seleucid Empire after Alexander died, his four generals. You had the Ptolemy, you had Antiochus, but it was Seleucus. King of the North. Yeah, we had over Syria and all that, King of the North. Yep. So when they dominated, they had sex with the native population. And of course, their seed became the rulers of those particular people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of places like Turkey, right? Who are basically a product of the so-called white people. All right. That was their first stance when they started coming out from caves. Right? which proves we had Esau subjugated because towards the end of the Dark Ages, we was all into Islam for the most part. The Moors, because all just like today, all white European nations, a colonial power, they're not all identified as one nation. You got the British over here, you got the French over there, you got the Spanish, then you got the Russians all off to themselves. They own the and do they all agree with each other? No. So when we ruled the world, you had different so-called Israelite kingdoms, but we wasn't all on the same page. That's how we was able to be taken down by the so-called white man, right? You had the Moors was fighting for a certain cause. You had the Roman Catholics fighting against them for a certain cause. What you say? And they were all fighting for the land of Israel, right? That's how this whole Muslim religion even came into play. It was a political move that they were making in order to solidify a position in the land of Israel. And they branched out the Catholic Church and started Islam, educated them Arabs, and it just escalated, came back, and them Arabs enslaved you Negroes. You gave them Christians the same when Edomites up in Europe, when they got a hold of Christians, they came back, same Christians came back and enslaved you. So it's not a coincidence that the first European or the first Edomite power that rose up in this point of history is the Ottoman Turks, and they're what? Muslim. Who made them Muslim? We did, because we were the lawmakers during the Dark Ages. Renaissance period came, all that changed. So that's where we at right now. Keep going.
I got a second.
So Revelation 20 and 4, right? And it says, what else?
Go ahead. That's what we had earlier. This second Ezra chapter 13, we'll start at verse 5. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds. That multitude of men is talking about these other nations, man. All right, all nations in the European Union.
Hold on, I got it.
Yep. With the 10 horns, okay. Germania, okay. Germania Minor, all right. Belgium, Greece, France, Germany, okay. Poland, all these other nations, they're going to be gathered together in the midst of World War III. All right. So in the midst of World War III, they're going to actually stop fighting. And they're going to see Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called you. I moved too fast. God. And it says, out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Now it's talking about the man that came out of the sea. It's talking about the Lake Pontchartrain. It's talking about Atlantic Ocean. What is it talking about? It's talking about the heaven. All right. When you go in, you got different, what they call different atmospheres or whatever like that. Okay. A fish, for instance, can a fish breathe on ground? But there is water. You do have water in the air, but it's a certain balance. It's less water in the atmosphere we breathe, along with different elements that make it to where the land animals, you know what I'm saying, could survive in certain forms like that.
Yeah.
Then you got actual seas and oceans and rivers and stuff like that, to where you got everything is adjusted for whatever form of life the Lord got. Okay. Real quick, get 1 Corinthians 15 and started like around 50 or whatever like that. All right. And then when you go into the heavens, man, it's different. Same way a man, when he goes into the bottom of the ocean, he got to put on what? A deep sea diving suit. When you go to space, you got to do the same thing. You got to put on a suit, because we can't breathe underwater, just like we can't breathe in space. So that's, in ancient biblical times, they didn't call it space. It was just referred to as the heavens. Okay, we call it space in 2022. Back then, they just knew it as the heavens. Go ahead.
Bring it out.
This 1 Corinthians 15 chapter 50th verse. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
All right. So all of us are not gonna die. And it says a mystery. It's a mystery because when you hear something like that, oh man, that sounds like some old folklore, some old fairy tale type stuff like that. You know, like thank you, brother. Chill out, my brother. Here you go, chill out. Yeah. Man. My first cousin right there. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh, that's the people? All right, go ahead. The water, bro.
You gotta read some more.
This 1 Corinthians 15 chapter, 52nd verse. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump.
At the last trump. So now the Lord is providing us with a time frame. Okay? It's only one last trump that the Bible speaks of. And it's all over the Bible. But it's talking about one event. The seventh trumpet. That's when the one you ignorantly calls Jesus Christ is going to come back. All right? Now, with the brothers reading, that's World War III is going on. Okay? Guess what? Russia is going to attack America. China is going to attack America. And guess what? The EU is going to turn against America pertaining to prophecy. All of your allies are going to turn on your ass, man. And according to the Bible, America is going to be wiped from the face of the earth pertaining to what y'all call intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Okay? The Bible calls it lake of fire, man. That's it. America is going to be a lake of fire when the Lord, after the Lord save his children out of this bitch. He gonna drop it, right? Tell it, and then we gonna watch it. Keep going on. Keep going.
God, this second Ezra chapter 13, in verse 5, the latter part says, from the Salaki, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was a gathered together a multitude of men.
Now the multitude of men is talking about the armies of the world, all of the superpowers, all right? Because everybody won't control where the oil is at. The oil happens to be where? In the Middle East. Everybody won't control of that. Without oil, you don't have missiles. You don't have military. You can't have one without the other. Whoever wants to have the strongest military got to have men in that motherfucking Middle East. And the Lord set it up that way. That's why the scripture says he's going to draw all nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Everybody, every superpower got a reason to be in that motherfucking Middle East, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And it says, out of number, from the four winds of the heaven,
north, south, east, and west. That means all superpower. From over here to America to China. Okay? The north, Russia, right? Even the south, it says those Islamic nations and shit. They're gonna be all up, they're gonna be allied with Russia. But go ahead.
And it says, to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Which we explained, it's the heavens. Go ahead.
That's right. Verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain.
Right. Now you gotta remember, this is the ancient man trying to describe something futuristic, man. Okay, so he's doing the best he can. All right. But luckily, he was reincarnated, so he's here where he can actually see it and break it down now. Okay?
That's right, bro.
All right. So this is talking about what you would call a spaceship. But he said that he saw the Lord coming out of the heavens, standing on top of a great mountain. When you watch Independence Day, when Will Smith walked out their house, it was like a big ass mountain hovering on top of New York. But imagine when you see a big 13, 14 foot tall Negro on that big muscle bone, just royal.
I would not meet thee as a man.
They're just standing up there, just. You Edomites, y'all gonna be shooting y'all missiles, and I'm talking about the Lord is gonna be laughing at y'all, man. While y'all attacking the Lord, he gonna be saving his people. He gonna the angels gonna be beaming the children of Israel up the whole time. You motherfuckers is trying to attack, right? Keep going out.
And it says, it says he had graven himself a great mountain and flew up on it.
And flew. That's called a what? But what y'all call a UFO.
They call it a UFO.
Unidentified flying object.
They get it all the day. They don't know what it is.
But I mean, that's what he saw. Yeah. But he described it as a great mountain. But he called it because it had structure. That's why he used the word, and he carved himself a great mountain. That means it had structure. It was built. It wasn't no actual big ass mountain. This motherfucker had style. Okay, go ahead, bro.
That's it. Verse 7. It says, "But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven,
What?
and I could not."
So it was so big, he couldn't even see the ends of it. Because you got to remember, that's the fathership. You know,
Right?
Out of the fathership, that's where the angels, give me that Matthew 24 where it says, wherever the carcass is. Now you gotta have the fathership where the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. And the book of Ezekiel, the first chapter, breaks all this down. You know? Go ahead. All right.
Matthew 24 and verse 27. It says, "For as lightning cometh out of the east, it shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be."
So guess what? The Lord gonna come like the speed of light. Right? Don't lightning travel? That's the speed of light. All right. The Lord coming like coming in the speed of light, like the speed of light. Go ahead.
"For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together."
That's right, man. But it also signifies that the Lord is coming from the east.
Yeah.
And he's going to save his people that have been scattered to the west, the south, north, and everywhere else in the world, right? Go ahead. Huh?
Says, "Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall..."
Did you get wherever the carcass is?
Yeah.
Read one more time.
It's Matthew 24
That's
and
all,
28.
that's all I want.
It says, "For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together."
That's right. And eagles, plural. Eagles is talking about the angels. They're going to deploy from the fathership, and they're going to go out, get the Lord's elect. Give me real quick, Revelation 7.
God.
This is all happening when the Lord and them coming back. The Lord like, hold on, to show you he's the commander, right? Because he get the angels a order. He tell them, don't hurt the earth, don't touch nothing until I have sealed my servant. The angels ready to let loose on this motherfucker, man. They ready to avenge us. The Lord ready to avenge us too.
Yep, that's Isaiah 6.
You know? But it's a time for it. Go ahead.
All right. The book of Revelation, chapter 7 and verse 1. "And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth."
Right. The same 4 that Ezekiel the first chapter talked about. When they talk about the wheel within a wheel, same scenario, different prophet. Go ahead.
God, it says, "Holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth."
And that wind is talking about destruction. Okay? Not this breeze that we feeling right now. Don't be simple. It's talking about destruction. Go ahead.
God, and it says, "Wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree." Verse 2. "And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power."
Hey, when the brother read in Matthew, he say, "Surely as the lightning shineth from the east unto the west, so shall the coming of the Lord be," right? Read it again.
God, the book of Revelation, chapter 7 and verse 2. "And I saw another angel ascending from the east."
From the east. That's the one you ignorant call Jesus Christ. And going to show that he's in charge. Read.
"Having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice."
That don't mean he was boohooing. That means he shouted. Praise God. Go ahead.
"A loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea."
So this is the Lord giving the 4 archangels a commandment. Because you got to remember, the archangels, they got angels up under them. Ranks of angels that's under them. So the Lord, like, I'm gonna tell my 4 generals what's happening, and my 4 generals don't get the army ready, and we're gonna go get our children.
Michael,
We're
Gabriel,
gonna go pick all their brothers up.
Yeah.
You know, and we're gonna leave one of these boots up that white man's head.
Yeah.
Right. The Lord gonna be walking. Lord gonna be walking with you. I'm like, what y'all doing? Oh damn, man.
Stuck in his ass.
Spiritually speaking.
25 foot in his ass.
Go ahead.
God, the book of Revelation, chapter 7 and verse 3 is saying, "Hurt not the earth."
So this is the Lord telling the angels, don't do no harm to the earth. Read.
"Neither the sea,
Or the sea. Read.
nor the trees."
Nor the trees. So do not hurt the planet. Don't do nothing to the planet right now. Read.
Till we have sealed the servants of our power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, in their foreheads.
Right. And that's the reason why you people are walking around in these streets thinking that everything is great. Because we're in a grace period right now. The Lord is giving the 12 tribes of Israel enough time to wake the hell up, come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Stop falling out to these fucking heathens. Trying to be like these heathens, man. All right? Go ahead.
All right. Verse 4. And I heard the number of them which was sealed, and there was sealed 144,000.
144,000. Okay? So the Lord is holding all this back until he get his elect sealed. Period. So you people are really doing what y'all doing off of our fucking time, man. Really? And y'all gonna see soon. You motherfucking people really think that I mean, you really got atheists that walk around in this planet, bro. Like you really got atheists that and a motherfucker that's an atheist, that's a hopeless motherfucker.
You through.
You just a hopeless. You just a hope. And it's no way you intelligent and can't. You don't even have to be religious. Just common sense proves this all was designed, man. Common fucking sense proves it. That's why Scripture said a fool says that there's no God, man. Go ahead, bro.
All right.
Ezekiel 9 chapter. All right. It's Ezekiel 9:4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry.
Now, different prophets, same account.
It's the Old Testament.
What this brother just read, he's reading the exact same event.
Yep.
It's just a different prophet at a different point in history when he received the vision. It's only one vision.
We have sealed.
And that's the children of Israel being freed from out of bondage. Right? That's the vision. You just got cuckoo prophets talking about that same vision. You know? There's nothing religious about it. Do you have to be religious to be an American citizen? So when it comes to being an Israelite, what the fuck they got to do with religion? Every nation got their laws, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to us as a nation and us having our laws, it got to be a religion. There's nothing religious about that. It's a nationality at the end of the day. Okay? Go ahead.
All right, this that word mark. You know, Ezekiel 9:4. In the Blue Letter Bible, it's H8420. Tav, it says a desired mark, a sign of exemption from judgment.
Right. That's what. That's the Lord basically putting a mark on you to where none of these scourges that's meant for amendment of the wicked, right? They're gonna come to us, man.
Let's say 1,000 at your left hand and
Psalm
1,000 at your
91.
right.
Yep.
No, none of these shall come nigh thy dwelling.
No place to come now thy dwelling. That's a beautiful game. You tie that in with that. Go ahead. Got it.
Right. It says, set a mark that carved upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. That's only going to be that 144,000. Right? We're the only ones. Lord willing with those men. We're the only ones complaining about this shit. Right? Like who's going to stand up against the evildoer? Okay, it said, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and the might. Right, so it's the Lord, the same Lord giving us some orders to them angels like that.
Same one.
Same one.
Same event, man. And the reason he's doing that is he's doing like this is the period that they're actually marking. You either mark for exemption or you're being marked for death.
That's video right there.
But this is the period that the angels are doing. And see, and that's the thing, when y'all hear words like angel, first thing on their mind is religion. Well, I'll make it more plain. So these so-called black bearded men, okay?
Yeah.
All right. The angels are so-called Negroes with beards, man.
Yeah.
Tall Negroes at that, man.
Yeah.
You know, with beard.
Yeah. We got the video. We got
yes.
the video to prove.
Now, does that sound religious? I don't sound religious. Go ahead.
It says, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Right,
That's extreme. The angels are going to be restrained will have extreme prejudice upon all. If you're not marked for exemption, the angel's gonna kill everybody. Okay, it tells you that in the book of Habakkuk. Actually, Habakkuk say, "Damn, was the Lord displeased with the rivers? Because once the Lord gets pissed off and He sends that vengeance, everything is getting whacked. Hell, Scripture say even us gonna be afraid."
Watch this.
All right, it says, "Slay utterly, old and young."
Old and young. Old and young. That don't sound like the God Christianity preaches, does it? This is straight out of the Bible, though. But y'all don't teach this particular side of the Most High. Y'all teach that he's all love. Y'all make the Lord look like a damn fool. I'm gonna just keep it real, man. Y'all make the Lord look like a powerless fool. Y'all make him look like an idiot. Like he has no control over his creation. He created all this and just let Satan come and just
fuck shit up.
that's y'all God. That's y'all fucking clumsy ass God. All right. According to this Bible, that did not happen.
That would happen. Right.
Okay. Our power is in full control. All right, on the right and the left hand. All right. Go ahead.
It says both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
That's pretty much all of society right now. Everybody he just read that's on the Lord's hit list is pretty much everybody that you see walking up and down the streets. Old, young, men, women, children. Right? But what?
Right. It says, but come not near any man whom is the mark.
Right. Who is that man? Hey man, at the end of the day, man, the Lord gonna protect his men. Period. You know, you gotta look at it like this. The Lord, he's the ultimate movie producer. This is his script. This is his movie. All right? The Lord make the good guys look like they're gonna lose all the time. It's the underdog. Like every good movie starts off with the good guys getting their ass handed to them, man. Right? If the heroes start off kicking ass, it's not a good movie. You're gonna call it cheesy.
Yeah. Like Steven Seagal movie.
Yeah.
Just whooping ass through the whole
movie. Still fast white boy with a ponytail.
Yeah.
Oh, still fast. We can whoop his ass. He don't look like he can fight.
He ain't got no hands.
Oh, man.
Video of him not
Still
fast.
Yeah, but
doing Hurricane Katrina.
But back in the like your brother say, man, it's like watching the Steven Seagal movie. You know, the heroes start off just whooping everybody ass, untouchable. But when you watch movies like Bruce Lee, John Claude Van Damme, man, they get their ass smashed through the whole movie, and then at the end they come back. They have you on the edge of your seats, like, come on. Gotta get to my boy Sylvester Stallone too. Oh, he's an Israelite though.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Rocket got his ass beat.
Yeah, that Russian fucker.
Rocket got his ass beat, man. But Rocket came back and Rocket had you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, the Russian killed him. He killed the Jake.
Apollo 3.
He killed him. That show you how he killed the nigga. Okay, but then got his ass whooped by the other Israelite. All right. Yeah. That's how they go. Go ahead. All right.
And it says, and begin at my sanctuary.
So the Lord is going to begin that judgment. And hey, Scripture tells you, to whom much is given, much is required. So if the Lord make you of His first fruits, and you don't take it serious, well, the punishment gonna be more severe on you. The Scripture says, Revelation say, I will hope that you either be hot or cold.
Yeah,
because if you lukewarm, you're gonna get spat out. A cold motherfucker have more mercy on somebody that know better and don't do better. Somebody that just totally oblivious to what's going on, they got a better chance, man. You know?
Real talk,
go ahead.
It says, then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house.
And that's beginning the prophet, man. From the prophets on down. All right? The Lord have did a great shift in Louisiana, shit. Amongst other places, man. You know? Go ahead.
And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain.
So that's the Lord telling them to defile the house. That don't sound like the God of Christianity. That's not the God my white preacher taught me about. You know?
What the whole earth, man.
Go ahead.
Right? And it said, "Go ye forth," and they went forth and flew the city.
Right.
In the city.
And he told them to follow. So the Lord telling the angels, look, go get them juiced up. I want all them niggas juiced up. Y'all know what we say. What we mean when we say that.
Get that juice.
I want all them niggas to go get all of them. Go to the nearest health clinic. Put them in that long line and put them sleeves up.
Put the sleeves up.
Yeah.
Right.
Just a fucking quick, bro.
This goddamn cracker ain't never
About a second.
did nothing positive for you Negroes since you've been in America. And all of a sudden he gonna start. What about AIDS? Niggas been dying from AIDS. Why they ain't come out with no juice for AIDS?
Yeah, you know, no juice for that.
Niggas got all what else black people suffer from diabetes, high blood pressure.
Yep.
Gout. What the juice at for that?
Mm-hmm.
How is it you able to figure it out that fast about this bullshit? But shit that been around way longer. You can't get the fuck out of here. Hey, that's why the Ciroc 1210.
Man, never trust thine enemy.
Never trust your enemy, man.
That's it, man.
Especially no mad scientist. All right, brother.
All right.
Water for that water.
Right. And it said, and then it came to pass while they were slaying them, and I was left, that I fell upon my face and cried and said, "Oh Lord Yahweh."
Now look, this D-Reg, because D-Reg gonna feel sorry for y'all.
Hope you niggas die.
No, but really though, he felt sorry for him. Not in the sense of want to save the wicked nigga, but the destruction was so nasty. He was just like, oh Lord, that's a baby, Lord. That's an elderly man.
He got a cane in his hand. He got a cane in his hand. Oh man. Oh yeah.
Hey, y'all bitches ain't show us no mercy. So the Lord ain't gonna have no mercy on y'all. Go ahead.
You gonna put that spirit on us? We gonna be that same
Yeah,
mindset.
don't incriminate yourself.
Yeah, don't do it.
Teach the word. Teach the word, bro. Don't be foolish.
Right? It says, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem?
Yeah, right. We'll break it down.
Right? So yeah, how bad it's gonna get? Like when he brought out, was he mad at the river? That destruction before the missiles get here gonna be that bad. Right? The way you just gonna have to sit and ponder like shit. I'm glad that wasn't me.
No.
I had to say my brother right here. Every time you get a reminder, just
look around, just turn around. That's why I brought that out earlier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just look at that bitch right there.
That's it, man.
Go ahead.
That's how beautiful the Lord is,
Like, son, I can have you as a friend. You want to go stand in front of that judge?
Early.
He got you on camera saying you're going to do this to people. So I'm lying. Okay.
Play it back.
And they play it back. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? We not ignorant of you damn devil.
Fight it, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Why is it a serpent? It's all Revelation chapter 15, verse 1. It says, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. And that 7 last plagues was gonna basically take this man out. Give me a second. There's 6. Gonna take you so-called white people's dominion over the earth out, and gonna usher in the one you even call Jesus Christ, along with the Israelites. Right. Okay. All right. But first, a lot of bloodshed has to happen, man. A lot of death, famine, pestilence. Those are all those different vows, those different trumpets that these angels are bringing. That's destruction. That the Lord told them, wait, hurt not the earth to see until I have sealed my servants in the forehead, man. They're holding it. But guess what? The servants are sealed. So the Lord, like, let them at it. Go ahead. Give me a quick precept real quick.
Yeah. It's 2nd Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Right. You so-called white people, it's the end of this world, and we are the beginning of the one to follow. You at the end of I mean, look at this place. You can't even walk outside without having a health fear. And I can't say too much. You know what I'm saying? You can't even walk around freely in this motherfucker, man. Like you people are at your end. You know? I mean, look at the stratosphere. You got so much space to breathe up there. You got global warming and all this shit going on. You know? Pollution all over the fucking place. They already went with their plan to fucking depopulate the fucking earth. They call population control.
Yep.
Okay? Even the elites know that great death has to take place in order for them to have some type of balance in this motherfucker, man. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. It's Revelations 11 and 18. And it says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto the servants thy prophets.
That's right, man. And the dead is talking about the so-called white people. And the rest of you other nations. You're going to get judged. All right? For all of the atrocities that you committed on the earth, man. And the Lord tell you about when you touch the apple of his eye, man. When you touch those so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you fucked up, white boy. Straight up. You touched the wrong group of people. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. It said, and to the saints and them that fear thy name, right, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Right, and you so-called white people are guilty as charged. Okay? As I said earlier, you destroyed the water. You destroyed the air quality. You destroyed the atmosphere.
Right.
You're just stripping the earth of all the fucking resources, man. Just raping the planet. You do the same thing to the earth that cancer does to the fucking body, man.
Yep.
Go ahead, huh?
Nah, fix it up. Yep.
It's tumors.
Yeah, it's it, man.
You just a tumor on 2 feet, man.
Yep.
A tumor on legs.
Tumor on legs. With red skin, huh?
Hey, you get that Edomite a good show, y'all.
Yeah.
That bitch
I see
listened to
the
the
back
whole.
Hey,
That's why I gave it to his man. I say we were going in the direction. I said, oh, we got that being comfortable. I said, okay.
You got that window down in there.
Yeah, we're gonna get this Edomite something to listen to.
All right. It's 2nd chapter 7 and verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, nuclear destruction. All right. And the beginning of the immortality for to come, which is the elect, okay, in those spiritual bodies, all right, ruling over you fucking crackers and all the heathen nations, all right. And it says, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. All the corruption that this so-called white man is doing out here is going to be ended. It's going to be ended through nuclear fire. It's telling you right here. All right? Yeah. Let me. Woo! 2nd 7 and 44. Intemperance is added in. You can look that word up. Infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown. And truth is sprung up. That's the kingdom of heaven.
Well, the temperance going to balance. But that intemperance going to be rooted out, man.
Yeah.
Everything must be set back in order.
Right, God. Here it is, verse 45. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory. So you see the balance with that? All right? Yeah, we ain't trying to save you wicked ass niggas and women that's out of here, man. Okay? We're giving diligence to make our calling election sure. All right? So judgment don't fall upon us. All right? And you practically not gonna be able to oppress anymore because you're gonna be under our subjection in the kingdom. All right?
Right.
What's the benefit of
we're gonna make an example out of you Edomite, man. The way, think about it. They made a special example out of the tribe of Judah. I'll just say the southern kingdom.
Yeah.
You fucked over the northern kingdom too.
Really
Don't get
Judah.
twisted.
Yeah, come.
But yeah, Judah,
Really Judah though.
the head tribe, you made a fucking example out of the fucking Negroes, boy.
Right now, so
You humiliated the fuck out of us to the world. You know? So what you think we're gonna do to you in our kingdom? We're gonna have all kind of memes out about your ass. Cave, you know how they use the monkeys? We're gonna have all kind of cavemen jokes about your ass. No. Yo, what they call it? A person confidence or insecurity.
Your self-esteem.
Your esteem,
Yeah,
your
yeah,
self-esteem
low
is on
self-esteem.
crushed.
So they hate
Yeah,
even
man.
be you might.
Got it? Yeah, you gonna have Edomites trying to get Negro noses and shit. You gonna be
You thought you're gonna be laying in the field, laying in the sun.
trying to get with a Jenkins.
Come on.
Save us away from this curse, please.
Yo, fuck
Here you come, here you come.
Fuck
You see that chariot coming? But you ain't gonna be able to see the chariot because we gonna have the power to just reappear and then disappear.
Oh no, they gonna see them.
You gonna see them too though.
Hey, don't we see them?
You see the
Don't we
chariot
see
right
they
now?
tears all over us?
Yeah, see they have a crab
The
all
only,
right now.
the only
Flying
reason
chemtrail.
why the Lord don't show those, he show them, but not just full of glory, because he still gotta allow. The scripture says he that let of him let.
Yeah.
He
Till he
still
can take out
let
his wing.
Esau let right now.
Yeah. Let them do it.
So that's why the Lord is
And cut up.
like this. He's like, oh, okay, I know you want to go down there and show. Oh, I know Raphael. Mike. It's like the devil. No. Keep it invisible. Keep the cloaking device on. Go do what I got. Go do. And handle that right quick. But nah, don't draw no attention to him.
Yeah.
Let this bitch get
Why
proud.
you got that problem like pride? Yep.
Yeah. So that's all that's going on.
Nah.
Judgment, they execute me.
That's it, man. Who shall take me down? It's like, yeah.
I know, man. I just Job 20 and 18.
Kind of woke up.
Yeah,
Good.
I
came
take
out
this
there,
goddamn jacket off. It says,
Jake better go
it-
home,
it-
right?
it-
Jake better get in some more.
It says that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. So all the shit you done stole, which is the whole earth, you stole the whole planet, you gonna have to give that shit back, man. Right? It says, because he has oppressed and have forsaken.
Hey, tax us on our own land. Where they do that? How the fuck you gonna tax us on our land?
Yeah.
You stole. We should be taxing you, fucking crackers, man.
You get taxed for
You
working
should
in
be
this
paying taxes.
You're the illegal. You're the illegal immigrant. Oh, you trying to call
Actually,
George Israel?
They tax us on our own land, man. You know?
Yeah.
Gotta give Israel card, like the brother said, green card,
Green card.
just to walk up the street on his own property. Just across the street, Esau drew a line in the middle of this man's property and said, "This my side and that's your side. Get the fuck out of here, man."
Little circle, you got you standing in the circle.
Go ahead, bro.
Right? It says, because he have violently taken away in house which he builded not.
Yeah, and guess what? You violently take away America from the Native Americans. You didn't build America. Like, America was already established. This bitch was a paradise, man.
Woo! Land of milk and honey.
Fuck, the world was a paradise.
That's it, man.
Before you damn Edomites fucked it up, man. Go ahead.
Real, bro. It says, surely he will not feel quietness in his belly.
Yeah, you're never at peace. You're never at peace, man. Okay? That's why the scripture calls you a fugitive and a vagabond. Why? Why is a vagabond and a fugitive always on the run? Because he's never at peace.
Right?
Go ahead.
Right? He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his good. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straight. Right, you about to reach that right now, man. When you think you about to fulfill this new world order, that shit just gonna crumple.
The Lord gonna have him like
that shit just gonna crumple.
Checkmate.
Right? And it says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Which is just talking about everybody, man. All these people you done wronged, the heathens you done fucked over. Right? Your people gonna be against you. It's gonna be all chaos. You're gonna be enemy number one, man.
God, I got you one back here, bro. It's Psalm 64. All right. In verse 1, it says, a Psalm of David. It says, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy.
Right? That's what we ask for. To be preserved from the fear of the enemy. When you come down with that great wrath, when you come down with the martial law truth, so when you come down with these mandates, right? Preserve us from that. Right? Brother's gonna be losing job, you're gonna be losing this, you're gonna be losing that. Right? You gonna have to be a pilgrim on the earth for real in that time, man.
It's been taken. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Right. What's that secret council? That new world order? How are we gonna cut them off from being a nation? Let's just get rid of them in totality. Let's wipe the Israelites off the face of the earth. Right, this is what the white man is planning when he's in these laboratories making these juices for people to get three, 4, 5 installments of the Jews. This is what he's thinking about. He's not giving a fuck about the regular civilians.
Man. He doesn't have your best interest at heart. Trust me. Trust me. The doctor's making all kind of nigga jokes in the back while your dumb ass getting the juice, man.
Yeah.
They making all kind of nigga jokes about the
I
stupid
think
ass.
you got
That fucking nigger.
Hey, it was a video I seen too. They were clowning the fuck out you niggas, man. Okay, I forgot who posted that video. One of the brothers in the ministry made a fucking joke about you people, man. All right, and letting you know that he does not give a shit about you. And we look on the comment board. Here it is. Jake want to say now. You want to say this shit when the Edomite been saying this shit the whole while.
Bro, it said you gotta remind a nigga this in 2022, bro.
That's it, man.
That's why the Lord need to go ahead and destroy y'all. Hey, what the scripture says? Why I get that?
Why sticking you even more? Jeremiah.
I'm gonna get y'all. Go ahead.
It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Here we go. The point. Who whet their tongue like a sword.
Right, they wet their tongue like a sword. As in that mental warfare. That's their ultimate weapon, man.
Yeah.
Right, by coming at you with this propaganda and this the image.
That's it.
That's the ultimate weapon right
You
there.
tell a nigga on a job that he's gonna have to get juiced up. If not, he's gonna be fucking fired. Who the fuck are you to tell someone that what they can do when you stole a whole land? Okay, rape, rob, and murder somebody. Setting these fucking mandates. Either you're gonna do this or you're gonna be fired. And if you do fire, you're not gonna be able to receive your unemployment benefits. Okay, because you refuse to take something that can fuck your whole body up. All right.
God of this world, he controls everything in the cardinal sense on this side, but he's losing that control, man.
Yeah. And it says, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. All right. And you're shooting your arrows by these unrighteous decrees. Okay. These executive laws and orders and everything like this, man.
Slander that's about to come out on the board, man.
That persecution is coming, man. All right. Calling us everything but who we are. Okay, just put it like that.
Everything but a child of God.
Child of God.
Literally.
We're literally the children of Yahshua. Okay? Why it says, I think it's in Hosea chapter 1, it says, for the land where they've been calling us these bywords and everything like that, paraphrasing, then it's going to be known that we are the children of Yahshua. All right? Children of the living God. Living power.
That's right, folks.
You got it, Elder.
Nah, it went to another.
It's just
Right, so that little bit of edifying lesson. So I turn, face east, give him an honor, praise to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Hakakadah.
Up honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Peace and blessing to the open and faithful elect across the four corners. Still enduring through this bullshit, man. We almost out of here, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
Bye, Babal.
Bye, Babal.
Yashalak.
Yahshua.